Hello, 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 everyone. We are starting the stream. Welcome to another episode of Airstreamers, where you never know what stream will ride. And here is the Chris Show, because Elias is on his way, and here he is.
Hello,
wow.
everyone. I am going to scream. Christopher, we are starting, and I'm calling you Christopher already.
Oh my God.
So again, here we are, typical situation. We sit down, we've been here since 6:30, sitting in these chairs, getting all comfortable. As the music starts playing, Chris is like, "Where's the book?" Like, well, I don't know. What do you mean? Where's the book? Because normally it's like in this space here. And I'm like literally out of breath. And I'm running in to go get it from inside. I'm like, I don't find it. He's like, I don't know where it is. I'm like, I don't know where it is either.
I thought it was on my desk because I was using it.
No, you didn't say that. I said, where's the book? He said, I don't know. Then I scour the house. Then I come back. And then I said, do you have an idea? He's like, it's probably upstairs. And I'm like, okay. So I run upstairs. All the looking around, I can't find it. I come back down. I'm like, where is it? He's like, it's on my desk. I'm like, you literally didn't say that. Run upstairs, look all around, come back down. I hear him downstairs. Do you want me to start? And I'm like screaming. I'm like, yes, because we have our headphones and you can't hear without the microphone. Literally, it is 3 feet in front of him. It was 3 feet in front of him.
Why did I put it there?
In a space that he put.
Why did I put it there? I don't remember putting it there.
Oh my goodness. I'm flushed. I'm sweating.
Well, I mean, this is a good way to kick off.
Anyway, hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Airstreamers, where you never know what stream will ride. And
I forgot what the intro was because I rely on you, and then I
was hoping that
I flubbed it.
You completely flubbed it. I was right there listening to it as I was getting the book, and I was hoping that it would work in a humorous way, and you totally...
oh, well, thank you.
You totally dropped the ball, Christopher. Oh my God, Mozzie, your water heater is still not working. That's unfortunate.
Oh my God. Mozzie, so we had a similar experience. Again, we're just going to go down a rabbit hole. Do you remember the whole fiasco with the heat that summer? Or was it the air conditioning? Which was it?
I don't know. Let me just roll up my sleeves because I'm sweating now. I'm going to complain about this for the rest of the night, just so everyone knows.
Yeah. Get your popcorn out because Elias is heated.
So wait, what are you saying?
Do you remember the time
that you were in St. Louis and I was suffering at home?
Oh, that was anher one.
Yeah.
We were on a third floor condo, like the third floor of a condo building. And I was living in St. Louis for the summer. Elias was at home, and the air conditioner stopped working. After they serviced, it was like the annual service that they came and they did. And then it stopped working, and I couldn't do anything from St. Louis. And they came multiple times to fix it. And the problem was, in that apartment, the heat wasn't as important because all the heat rose from the lower ones.
The AC
the AC was really important because it got so stuffy in there. And I just remember you losing your mind. But more recently... And I was losing my mind for you because I know that feeling of like...
Oh, it was...
It's the worst. You can't sleep. You can't...
Really bad. Really, really bad. And do you remember that one time when that was happening and the birds outside our window were making a noise because we had to have the windows open for the air?
I wasn't home during it.
No. Yeah, but a separate time I think it happened where you said another time it broke. So the first time it broke, the windows were open in our upstairs condo. Mm-hmm. We were sleeping, and the birds were so loud right outside our window that I woke up in the middle of the night and composed their music. Do you remember that?
That I don't remember, but that sounds like a thing.
Yeah, and it happened. So
I also, more recently, when I think the heat broke, right? The heat broke or something, and they came back like 20 times because they kept saying the board is broken, and I'm like, what does that even mean?
You mean for our current house?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can't.
It's all good
This
now,
is all
but it's like-
PTSD. I can't. I don't want to go down this rabbit hole because it makes me uncomfortable. You know what else
Triggered.
makes me uncomfortable?
What?
When I can't find the book.
Listen, I was upstairs embroidering all day to meet the requests from last night.
Leah, this is actually all your fault, but
That-
I'm not blaming you at all. How did your do party animals feel this morning? Yeah, this is a good segue into our conversation, our stream from yesterday. We have a lot to talk about with that. We have a lot to talk about our day today, and also other random stuff. So first off, I guess let's start with this morning. I woke up. So Leah slept over last night, and it was the first time in a really long time that we had anyone over like overnight that wasn't me or Chris because of COVID and the pandemic and all of that. So it was really nice to have someone just hanging out with us, and we have this bed downstairs, and I think Leah said that many of the muskrats were hanging out with her last night, which was super sweet. Bernie came around to Leah. Oriel is still really freaked out by anyone who's not me or Chris.
I think he warmed up a little bit though.
Yeah, but even still, like he didn't eat the breakfast right away until Leah left, and then he was fine. But when I woke up this morning, I kind of felt okay. Like I didn't feel too bad. And then as the day went on is when I ended up feeling way worse because I really was tired. We went to bed at 4:00 in the morning.
Oh my God.
And I woke up at 9.
We need to unpack
o'clock in
like
the morning.
what happened after the stream, but we went to bed at 4 and then we got up at like probably like 9:30 or 10. We're literally children.
Oh, I mean, at this point, full on children.
And
Look at you. Oh my God, look at her head popping out behind Cheddar.
Eloise.
Oh.
I woke up feeling okay though. Like I didn't feel bad at all. And I went about my day. I made breakfast. We ate. And then I focused on embroidery. You played some games. You took a nap on the couch. I did a 60-minute boot camp with Jess Sims, and
I don't know how you did that. I did a half an hour tonal like strength training thing, which was on the easier side, but I knew what you were going through, and I don't know how you managed that.
yeah. And why, Jess, if you're out there, and I know you are, because obviously, why do you put your advanced classes for bike and treadmill on the same week? This past Monday was an advanced boot camp on the bike. This Sunday was an advanced boot camp on the tread. And then I finished that, and then I took a nap on the couch or on the recliner because I was dead.
Literally, you died. Leah also died and said I took an intense 60-minute nap. Yeah, so last night, I want to sort of discuss a couple of things. First off, I was so pumped that many things went well, but from the perspective of behind the scenes, I was real concerned about the logistics behind it all. We were in a brand new space. We had double the amount of equipment that we normally would use. Would the computer handle it? Would our soundboard handle it? All of these things. We did a test run, but you never know. Things went smooth. Super happy about that. Also, the engagement was phenomenal. Everyone was super fun to do this all with, and Sue and Leah were fantastic, and it was so much fun to be a part of it with them. So all in all, I was like really happy with the performance of the whole event last night, and I hope you all enjoyed it too. It seemed like everyone had a great time. And then after that, me, Sue, and Chris and Leah, we started playing this Greek card game, and I wrote on my personal stories today on my Instagram about this event that took place. We, at this point, were pretty sufficiently buzzed. I would say. In the sense that, like, normally when we do, like, 1 o'clock and stuff, by the end of the night, like, I don't think me or Chris are, like, hammered, per se. We're just, whatever. But I think last night I got pretty hammered. And hi, Kitty San. And we, in the middle of playing the Greek card game, we were reminded that we didn't bring out the veggie platter that we bought from the food store. So it really quickly turned into, oh, bring out the veggie platter. I open the fridge, I see the veggie platter, but then I also see half of a cake and half of a cheesecake. And instead of the veggie platter, all of a sudden we're engorging ourselves in cake and cheesecake. Followed immediately.
Wait, it was so good though. That
Oh my
cake
God,
was
that
delicious.
cake.
I had
can't.
a slice of cake, I had a slice of cheesecake, and then I had a second half a slice of cheesecake.
There is still more cake left, and I'm definitely going to have some more of that tonight. And then after that, pretty immediately, once the card game was over, we made mac and cheese in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm boiling water and making mac and cheese, you know? So
And-
cake is much better than veggies. A million percent. A million percent.
So, but even before that, you didn't mention that we had the rest of the pizza. So
Oh
we
my
had,
God.
we were really bad yesterday.
Oh my God.
because we had pizza beforehand with like salad and mozzarella sticks. We got 2 pies, and then we had pizza left over. And so we went to the stream, and then after the stream, we were like picking up the cold pizza and eating that. Then had cheesecake.
Yeah, we were all like, "Oh my God, that was so much fun!" That
Then
was so
had
much
mac
fun.
and cheese. Yeah, I mean, ridiculous. Literally,
Mega
children.
Meg said we sound like college kids.
Totally.
Literally, we are college kids. And you know, one thing about it is that I'm obviously not a college kid in the sense that I'm double the age of like the college kids. And so my body, even though like I typically will work out and I eat fairly healthy for the most part, it can't do these things anymore because at the end of the day, it really, like today after I woke up and I was sort of like fine-ish, and then I'm walking around and I'm feeding the cats, they're just like my body just started shutting down, and I just sat on the recliner here and died for a little bit, and I'm like,
Listen,
I can't
that just
do it.
means you need more training.
More training. I don't think it works that way. Yeah, we are all frat boys. That's what it was. It was a frat house here last night. So bye, Leah. Enjoy
Bye, Leah.
the
See
movie.
you.
Thanks for everything yesterday. And so then this morning when we woke up, Chris made us breakfast, a delicious Chris special with all of his fancy pancakes. Not necessarily fancy, but like perfected pancakes. You know. So yeah.
And then hash browns, excuse me. And, thanks, Leah.
Thanks, Leah.
And we had for the first time Canadian maple syrup that was sent to us by a follower, which was delicious.
Oh my God, it was so good.
You know what's nice about it is it wasn't as sweet as like a normal syrup would be.
It was,
It's like still maintained all the flavors of everything, but didn't have that like overwhelming sweetness.
You know how in America,
Aw, thanks, Mozzie.
thank you, Mozzie. You know how in America we typically end up adding sugar to everything because that's just what goes on here.
Yeah.
And so you buy like a pair, you know, Snapple, for example. Do you know that it's like 50 grams of sugar?
Yeah,
You know
even
that-
the one that was, didn't they have some transition where they went from like Snapple to all natural, and it was like, it went from corn syrup to like natural sugar, but it was still like 50 grams of sugar.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Yeah, too shy for you. We got your maple syrup, and we actually got it maybe Monday of this week, and this morning or yesterday, Chris is like, do we have any maple syrup? And I was like, we have Canadian authentic maple syrup. And so
It was really
we were
good.
blown away by it. Thank you so much for it. It was super, super sweet. And the thing that I was saying about the sugar is I was surprised that it still was so flavorful, even though it very clearly was not infused with sugar the way that like our maple syrup here I think is literally, now that I've tasted that, like just sugar.
Yeah.
With like a little bit of like, I don't know, water or something, you know.
Hey, Salmon Watson.
So so I also, two things that happened yesterday in the midst of being drunk, because you just never know until the next day what went down. I, somewhere along the night, bit the side of my tongue from all of the excitement, right? All the talking and the bomb diffusing. I mean, if it wasn't for me and Sue, we wouldn't have defused any bombs last night. And then later on in the night, when it was like the 2-3 o'clock witching hour, I bit the front of my lip right here. And so I'm a mess. When I tell you right now, like, I am a hot dumpster fire mess. Like, it hurts to talk. It hurts to move my lips a certain way. Everything about this whole situation is a disaster. My body is like aching. I'm like, I'm not 18 anymore. What is like going on?
My biggest complaint from yesterday was the lime. I feel like the acid just made my lips like terribly raw.
Me and Sue are sitting there loving the lime.
I was like, just give me the tequila. And I just want the tequila. I don't want the whole process. The whole shebang.
Paul, I am defeated. But not really. I am spiritually and mentally at my highest. But physically, my body is revolting. It's like, please no. Take a break. Stop for a second. I slept most of the day. I didn't feel like up for anything at all until like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock when we had dinner. So
yeah, Leanne, we need to do the orange slice thing. I want to try that.
Getting old sucks. Something. What did Steve say? Imposter Steve up there said something. I missed it. Magmike said, you're an adult when the phrase "I'll never drink that much again" is replaced by "I just can't drink like I used to." Yeah, exactly.
Paul, I feel like I'm a professional. Like I feel like I delivered this morning in preparing breakfast.
I was fine in the morning as well.
I did my workout. I just took a nap because I was tired from the workout.
But I will say that last night we had so much fun, and it's the most enjoyable part of it all, I would say, knowing that we have this memory between us all forever. And I just find that I'm so happy that Sue and Leah were happy. I'm so proud of Sue and Leah for just jumping right in and going with the flow.
I feel like what I'm also excited about is that we got to share our friendship with Sue and Leah with all y'all.
Of course. I thought that was so cool.
Because I think it's something special. And I mean, we talked a little bit yesterday about how you tried to like meet Sue at the dumpster. And I met Leah at Sue's birthday party, and how like both of those were magical moments as you were popping out of the dumpster bin trying to become friends with Sue. And
like Oscar the Grouch.
And I just think that we got to share a little bit of that yesterday with everyone, and just to see how natural it is for us to kind of just all be around each other and and the night just kind of played out as it played out. Nothing was scripted or like we didn't have an agenda.
No.
Other than that, we were going to play the bomb game. And then with the bomb game, we didn't even plan the doctors versus what were you guys? I forget.
Great. The non-doctors, which is such a great title.
And it just all worked out.
It was fantastic.
We were terrible at it, but it was good.
Lexi Lynn said that same Chris, I was in Mexico last month and the limes of the shots killed my lips. I puffed up like Lisa Rinna. Do you know who that is?
I do. Now I do know who that is.
How insane. He now knows who Lisa Rinna
but
is.
Also, so related to Teresa with the pineapple, whenever I have pineapple, I feel like my mouth just becomes a gigantic open wound. And like,
sorry,
I think maybe I'm sensitive to the acid in like the citric like acid or whatever.
Oh,
happens.
Look, have we made it now that we have a spam post? Does that mean that we are famous?
Oh, it said AK hello. I thought it was Allie.
No. I mean, I imagine
I don't think it is
spam account, right? Yeah, like totally a bot. Paul said those two ladies were fun. And also there was another comment. Oh, Doggy said, this is a good point that we should do a tournament.
Nobody clicked that link that just popped up in the chat because I don't know what's going on with that.
You should do a tournament in last night's format, Trash Talk Live. Like, as in, if we did, I don't know, Mario Party with the four of us, or like Mario Tennis. Oh my God, Mario Tennis could be fun.
Mario Party would be a ton of fun.
Yeah, totally. That could work.
That
too.
would be really fun. Okay, well, Leah,
but
Sue, we're gonna book you guys.
we
as
need
guests.
bot spray. Yeah, we actually do need to come up with a bot scenario, Chris, where like it takes care of things like that.
I think Streamlabs has something.
Yeah, we need to figure that out. But the thing about this week coming up, there were two game, what do they call it? Like redeem a game. We have Valheim that we need to play. That was for Meepo from last week.
And Mario Kart.
And then Mario Kart got
Ralph
redeemed by Ralph C for this week. So I don't know if we want to do both of those this week or save one and then move on.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Talk about the schedule.
But the schedule I'll release on Monday for this week. This is my last, technically speaking, my last full week of work. Oh, Mario. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, we need a moderator too, Pink and Nest, for sure. These are things that I've thought about a lot. So lots of things to consider. My notes for episode 46 yesterday were the most extensive they've been of any episode so far, based off of Chris's you get a patch and you get a patch.
Listen,
and
I
gets a
am,
patch.
you know, there's the different types of drunks where it's like the quiet drunk, the like loud drunk, the angry drunk, the happy drunk. I feel like I'm the giving drunk. Like anytime that I've had too many drinks, I'm like, everybody gets a patch. But listen, I worked hard today and I've caught myself up. And I feel like I'm back in the saddle. Or, I don't know. What am I saying?
I have no idea what you're saying.
I feel like
are you
I've
riding a horse?
Yeah,
Are you riding
I'm caught
tater
up.
tot?
I'm caught up.
What I'm not caught up in is the highlights that I make, because they genuinely take a long time. And I feel like my body can't take doing more than one a day because they take so much time. But once I get on like the kick of doing it, I feel like I need to make it like Oscar worthy. You know, I don't know
how you're
that
going.
way.
I don't know how you're going to make a highlight of last night.
Right. And so that brings me to last night's episode. And the thing about when I make the highlights that I do, and if you've not seen them, I post them on the Real Air Streamers on Instagram. You can see the link on the page that you're all looking at right now. And so you should follow that if you're not following that already, because I condense the episodes. I'm about 2 weeks behind. So like the last episode that I worked on was episode 37 or 36. And we are currently on episode 47. So like I'm 10 episodes behind, which kind of equates to really almost like 3 weeks. So it's funny because the episodes that I'm on right now that I'm editing are like Chris's early stages of patchwork. And so to see how quickly he's moved on in a really short period of time is like mesmerizing. But when I work on it, it's just me, it's just Chris or the cats, you know. But last night with 4 people talking and the insane back and forth
I feel
the whole
like
time.
There were times where it was, and it's funny how like we just randomly picked the seats and how it still worked out that there was like you guys on the right who were, you know, very focused on accomplishing the goal of the game,
which was any hole.
and then Leah and Leah and I on the left that had like little small side conversations. And we didn't watch it back again, but I feel like it was gold. Like it really just worked out.
Well, we didn't watch the whole episode, but we did rewatch segments, because like I've said in the past, me and Chris usually go back and just verify that like what we think was shown, because when we're doing this live, it's very dynamic. Like I don't know what you're seeing. I mean, we think we know what you're seeing, but we can't confirm until we go back and watch it live or on demand. And it was so much fun to just watch it all unfold. The little segments that we watched, we just fast forwarded, you know. So the 2 drunks, you and Leah. Who
Listen, Leah's a bad influence on me and we have fun doing it. I wouldn't change Leah in like 1%. She's perfect the way she is.
Me and Sue.
And that was from the moment we met. Like, we just totally,
night, yeah.
you know, like, and I think I mentioned this yesterday, but like that friendship that just goes from 0 to 100
and stays at 100
and it
the
was,
whole time.
and that was it with Leah. I feel like we were meant to be friends many, many years earlier, and we had so much catching up to do. And now, I mean, she's a best friend, and it's, you know, and it's been in such a short time.
Leanne, you said, I think I remember you posting a little bit ago about why am I not wearing my new hoodie? Which
I didn't give it to him yet, Leanne. Leanne sent you a purple hoodie, but I didn't give it to you because I was waiting for mine to come in because I'm jealous.
Are you serious?
It's in my drawer.
You're what? He's keeping gifts for me? I don't even understand. In what realm does that make sense?
Listen, if I can't have the hoodie, you can't have the hoodie.
I literally think that's not a thing.
It is a thing. I decided.
Oh my God. That is absolutely unbelievable. So Chris now keeps gifts for me.
The giggles were in full effect yesterday. Pink cheeks and all. I was like, I was in the bag.
In the bag. The Jersey accents really got stronger as the alcohol was disappearing. That's very funny. So me and Sue, I meant to say that we are, Disney Dub said, LOL. Me and Sue have, for as long as we've been friends, a couple of things. Really competitive, but also really work well together. Like me and Sue for 5 years worked together as the marching band co-directors at my school. She had done it for many years prior. I then came into the job and we decided we work well together, like outside of like work. So let's, you know, do something together. And it really worked well. We bounce off of each other really well. We both sort of like get each other at like a foundational level. And when it comes down to like the competitive aspect of things, I think
you're both really good at those like procedural things of like, you know, really like you need to like assembly line style stuff where it's like, let's optimize this process and just do it and get through it efficiently and as quickly as possible.
Yeah. And I think we both know how to read each other too. So if I say something to Sue that's like one word, even like the one game we used to play all the time was Cranium, and we would have daily nights of playing Cranium right after we graduated high school, and it was one of my favorite summers back then. And we would get hyper competitive at Cranium, and we would get to the point where like one time I like looked at Sue and she said like clawfoot bathtub or something, you know what I mean? So that's what it was, you know?
Leah, you missed it while you were walking the dogs that we did trash talk the game skills, but that's fine. But we did gush a little bit about... We did not
trash talk Leah's skills. You said that
we were both drunks, but I also said that we have an amazing friendship and it went from 0 to 100 in like to make up for all of the lost time prior to us meeting, and that we were meant to be friends, and we both love you and everybody on the stream also loves you.
Leah also said last night, and these are the quips that it's going to make me really hard to edit. But she did say at one point, "Let's just die," when they were trying to.
She did because bomb. She had the next shot lined up.
So funny.
So what do you think? Should we cut to wine o'clock and then do? Because we've got patches to give away. I was so productive today that. Not only did I do that 60-minute boot camp, but I also made a new patch for today. That's been kind of like, I feel like we've talked about this patch for over a week now of how we were going to make it. And everything kind of came from Amazon today.
I forget what it was.
Oh, great.
Oh, yeah. I know what it is. Got it.
It's forgettable?
No. Chris, when I tell you I'm 30% functioning.
You're literally in a cloud right now.
Completely and utterly in a cloud. Totally. 1,000,000%. I am dead. So let's fix that by having some wine.
Okay.
All right. So tonight's wine is, and I'm going to switch over to Wine O'Clock. Ready, Chris?
Yeah, you're a disaster today, Elias.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So tonight's wine, I feel like that's always really loud, and then I listen back to it, and it's not at all. So tonight's wine is 19 Crimes. The bottle is heavy as hell. Each declared by His Majesty to be punishable on conviction by transportation. So if you remember the 19 Crimes Snoop Dogg Rosé that we had, this is a cab version of it from 2020. And if you remember, the story of this is that these are people who are who've been convicted of a crime, who come out of jail and then are given a job working for making these wines, like to help them get situated again. So Southeastern Australia, 19 crimes turned convicts into colonists upon conviction. British rogues guilty of at least one of the 19 crimes were sentenced to live in Australia rather than death. This punishment by, quote, transportation began in 1788, and many of the lawless died at sea. For the rough-hewn prisoners who made it to shore, a new world awaited. As pioneers in a frontier penal colony, they forged a new country and new lives brick by brick. This wine celebrates the rules they broke and the culture they build. It's 14% alcohol volume, and
Okay, that's good.
it's from 2020. The bottle, though, is really, like, it's sexy.
I like the matte finish on the bottle.
Yeah, a lot.
It's like sandblasted. Did you pull it from the internet?
No, I didn't pull it because is it there?
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll pull it from the internet.
There you go. We had the rosé on 1 o'clock. Yeah, we did. This was our first non-cab.
Yeah, I like this. We also have some things from penal colony.
Also, Leo hopes to find the shank in the bottle. No, that was in the cake yesterday. You all missed it.
No, it's in the leftover slice.
Same thing. Did you like it? We did, which is why this, like, I don't know if I have it in my ratings here, but I can tell you that.
Wait, so yesterday,
No, I don't have it in my ratings.
Your wine.
Oh, yeah, we gave it a 5 and a 4.
Yesterday, Leah brought a bottle of wine that we had after the stream. Yes, we had, on top of that, we had a bottle of wine after the stream, which is ridiculous. And the bottle of wine that Leah brought was True Myth, right?
Which we
rated.
shit on.
Yeah, we rated it poorly. I think I called it dusty, and Leo was like, "No, this is a good wine, and you're terrible people."
It's like her and her husband's like favorite wine,
Yeah,
and she's
and
like,
we're like-
and so she brought it because of the fact that she wanted us to suffer from the wine that we thought was bad. But at that point, when we're 80%, vodka in our veins, I think that it was delicious.
It was really good. I mean, the second time around, but listen, it's been written in stone. We can't go back and change the stream.
Yeah, Sue really made us plastered. Cheddar. Oh my God, can you all see the aerial cam of Cheddar right now? Oh, he's going in for the goods.
Cheddar, don't do that. Cheddar. Cheddar, listen, this isn't a... Oh, wait, I think it is still a mature stream.
Yeah, I
We
think it
didn't
is a
change
mature stream.
Cheddar. Did he go to the bum? Yeah.
No kink shaming. Okay, I have thoughts. Are you gonna rate?
I am ready to rate.
Okay,
Wait.
go for it.
Oh, what happened?
What happened?
I was on the wrong screen.
I don't think you were.
I was. Okay, go.
5.
Yeah, and that's the same that I gave it. I think it's
Oh,
good.
wow.
I think it's good. I don't have any complaints about it.
Like
I think
your
it's
head?
like, yeah, no complaints.
That's a really inappropriate joke that I just find so humorous. It's from Elvira and then subsequently RuPaul's Drag Race, where it's how's your head?
No complaints.
There you go.
I think it's really good. It's like, what did they say? Like full-bodied? Is that a thing?
I do think that it feels full. I don't know what that means, but I feel like it feels full.
Yeah, what does it say? Nice legs, nice eggs? I don't know.
Nice ass. And
No. The veins?
oh, legs, I
Legs,
think
nice
someone
legs.
said. I didn't know what you were referring to.
I like the story behind it too, that like these are people who are making this wine as a re-entry back into society. Is that what they're doing?
You want me to read it all again?
No, I don't, because I don't care that much. But also, I do like the
As pioneers in a frontier penal colony, they forged a new country and new lives brick by brick.
I also like the sandblasted matte finish bottle.
Yeah, it's hard to really see, but it's beautiful. This wine has a nice ass. What's the alcohol content?
14%.
14%.
Which is acceptable. If you're going to make a wine, make it 14% or more.
Sam and Watson said, please don't read it again. All everyone started talking about the moment I read it was penal colonies and how big the penal colonies were and were they hard penal colonies. And
Massive.
yeah, Leanne and Leah, all these people. That weird bottle finish is really, really nice to feel and look at. It's very strong and sturdy. Nice eggs, nice legs, nice ass. Sounds like a patch. I kind of like that one. Maybe we'll make what is it? Mature rated ones and include Leah's idea. So this is episode 47, and I'm going to write that in the book just to have.
I am ending wine o'clock and bringing us back to cameras only.
What is the quote from Patsy? Nice eggs. Nice legs, nice ass. Oh my God. That is hysterical.
That one's easy to make. If it's just text, that's totally fine.
You know what's funny? If you read it with legs first, so nice legs, nice eggs, nice ass, it's really offensive.
Oh,
I
it's
feel
terrible.
Like it literally, you're looking at, like in my mind, it's a man looking at a woman and saying they've got nice legs and then nice eggs for like fertilization or whatever. Is that a word? Fertilizing?
I think so. Yeah, I think
and
so.
Nice ass. Oh my God, I'm dead. I am dead at this patch. This is so funny.
I have like a book of my own upstairs that I'm keeping track of ideas. So we need to consolidate and make just one book that keeps track of all of the patch ideas.
So Leslie Chris in Discord today said, gave a really good idea that we should make a separate topic for Chris's patches, and we'll make it so that it's only like accessible by you. And then whenever you either give out a patch or like birth it to the world, just post a picture in it. So that way we all have a record of it and we can see your progression as you go.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You know?
Yeah, I love that idea. Vaxxed and waxed patch. That's another great idea.
Vaxxed and waxed.
I mean, I want that in the book too. Please.
Okay.
I need to just be independently wealthy and be able to just make patches all day.
And forego work.
Yeah.
You know, all of these things. Leah said vax and wax, and I say create the patch. Vax and wax really makes me laugh.
Lana, I had a discussion today with Elias and Leah about what patch we're going to make in relation to you. So there's something in the works. I have to just kind of let the creative juices flow a little bit. We'll figure it out, but just know that there is paper on my desk that is related to you
with your name on it.
Yeah.
Although
so it's happening.
If he says it's on his desk, it's not there because he said the book was on his desk and it was not there. So
It's just because you can't comprehend the creativity that happens on that desk that when you go in there, you don't see it. Like the Native Americans that didn't see the ships coming.
Oh God, that was such an awful documentary. We'll talk about that in a sec. But Leanne said you can't, Chris, because all your F-tards come to me at work. I don't get that.
Leanne, because Leanne and I were talking about how we just had like an awful week last week at work.
Oh my God, I had a terrible day on Friday.
Yeah, and that it was like everybody was just coming out of the woodwork and like it was bad. And then the culmination of this was on Friday after I had a half day on Friday because we were preparing for Leah and Sue coming over. And I left work and then I had a ton of errands to do. The first errand that I had to do was go to the post office, which I thought was a very simple task. I went to the post office.
I don't know why you think that when going to this post office has habitually been drama. Think about all the times we've gone and the drama involved.
Yeah, listen, I want to unpack this for a little bit because there is nothing worse than being in a line where there is a single person and you have no control over it.
Like
a single person,
working.
Cashier or attendant or whatever employee. Because the system crashes then when there's that one person. So let me just explain to you what happened.
The system, like CIS-tum.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
the patriarchy.
Yes, like Gottmik and Aquaria. Yeah, got it. Okay.
So I go to the post office and I go to the P.O. box and I have to pick up items from the P.O. box and I have to send some stuff out and get stamps. And so I go to the line and I give them the little like card that says, hey, there's a package, and I picked that up. That was super easy. It was really quick. And then I asked, hey, how do I ship this? Like, what's the best way? He's like, oh, just go grab an envelope and, write the address on and we'll ship it for you. And so I step out of line, like out of courtesy, like the next person can go now because obviously like I have some stuff to do before I can be attended to by the employee. So I go to the little desk and I'm filling it out. And then the next person goes, they're quick. And then another person comes in line and steps and waits. And now I'm at the desk, which is totally fair. Like I've removed myself from the line and I go behind now this person who has stepped to the next person in line. This next person then goes to the counter and drops all of these packages on, like 10 packages. And then the person they were with goes out to the car and comes in with another basket of packages. And then they come in with a gigantic box. Literally, I mean, the box was the size of like a garbage can. They come in with, and they put it on the ground. And I'm literally...
You didn't tell me that part.
I'm sitting there like my eyes are wide and I'm like, what did I just do? Like I should have just said like, hey, I was in line. Can I go? I had one thing for them to mail. All they had to do was put the postage on it and take it. And that was it. It was like a 2-minute transaction, not even. This person, they start weighing them and putting the stuff, keying everything in. And then he says, oh, you have some paperwork to do. You have to fill out these 5 customs forms. Now, I know when it's that, you're doing your taxes. And this person makes the choice to do this at the counter. 5 customs forms at the counter.
Like they are, the whole works is...
no, I mean, the post office
gummed
stopped.
up.
This is like the postal system shut down for 45 minutes. I sat there waiting behind this person for 45 minutes. And the person, then there was a line behind me, and the line is probably still being like worked through right now.
from
Friday afternoon. 45 minutes I waited, and I just sat there, and like I couldn't leave because now I had taken one of the envelopes and written the stuff on it. So I bought it. It wasn't like I could be like, I'll come back another day, because I would be stealing from the postal system, and that's like a federal crime. So I sat there and I waited my 45 minutes, and then another woman comes out, and I guess they realized that the line had probably like worked its way into another zip code, because that other zip code was calling the post office like, hey, we're getting your customers. And so the lady comes out saying, hey, I just got a call from post office down the street. And she said, oh, Pete, why didn't you just call me? Because Pete was texting under the desk on his phone the whole time while customs girl was filling out 10 forms. So she does my transaction. It's literally 5 minutes. And then the woman with 20 boxes, and then plus 10 boxes, and then plus a garbage can sized box was still there when I left. Literally,
They're still there.
they're still there. She
100%.
is still filling out the customs forms, waiting to ship this out. And so I don't know, where was I going? Oh, and then on top of it, listen, I'm going to just stay on my soapbox right now to talk about
I'm scared to chime in.
people coming out of the woodwork. Then Elias and Leah, we both met at the park, and we went for a walk before the stream in the park. As I'm driving to the park, I see a man sitting on the sidewalk, cutting the lawn with scissors. And I'm like, society's devolved. Like, where are we as a society now that somebody thinks it's acceptable to fill out 10 customs forms and hold up a line of 40 people thinking that's okay, that's acceptable behavior, and then another person thinking it's acceptable behavior to cut the lawn with scissors? But then it was all uphill from there. I mean, we had a great stream. So, I mean, you have to hit rock bottom before you're going to go up. And I feel like we just skyrocketed up after that.
When am I allowed to interject?
Okay, I'm done. Thank you, guys. I've been waiting to just tell this story because I had to get it off my chest. And geez.
Oh my God. Okay, wait. So I need to tell you my quick version of that when it happened. Friday was a little bit of a busy scenario. There was a lot going on. When I left work, I had to go do a couple of things before I was ready to meet Chris and Leah for our walk in the park. And I realized I had eaten way earlier than I had intended to in the day. And so I was starving, like one moment away from hangry. And I drove to a bagel shop that is new, which I'm super
Those bagels
happy
are really
good. I'm so happy that it's like walking distance from us. And I parked my car and I texted Chris, hey, are you hungry? I'm at the bagel store. Tell me what you want.
That was like poking a bear.
So he calls me, and it's, you know, when in like cartoons or things, you like the phone gets picked up and then like punches and clouds of fighting come out of the phone.
It's like when on Peanuts, like when they hear the teacher talking, and it's that like yeah, that's what it sounded like.
So Heidi, to answer one of your questions while I'm telling the story, is I went into the store without my mask on, and it was the first time that happened. It was a little bit accidental because of the fact that Chris was subjected to like violence from Chris in my ear. Like my ear still is ringing from explaining the whole story that he just did. And I understand the frustration because that sucks when you're behind
It's that post office. It's every time.
Yeah. And so he finishes up everything and then he's like, and I'm starving. I didn't eat anything, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, do you want a bagel? Like, I'm here. So anyway, I go into the store and I get the bagels, and I realized I didn't have my mask on, and it was fine. I guess I like broke the seal of that, and I was like, whatever. Now I guess I feel right now I'm feeling vaccinated.
It feels great.
Yeah, right. No, I am vaccinated, and so therefore I feel at this point, considering that the entire country has freely accessible vaccines, it's really now like on you, like on the other person to like make the decision, like do the thing, get your vaccine. Let's make this all go away.
Well, I've been watching like the cases in Jersey, and it's like the cases in Jersey, I think, have been like 200, 250 or so. And then in our county, there were like 18. So my thought process behind this is like,
am I telling my story?
I thought that was your story. Okay, go tell. And then
So then I left the bagel shop, and as I'm driving to the park, I almost had what I thought was like a fever dream or a seizure or something, because I look over to what I thought was an older gentleman who died on the sidewalk, right? Like flat, like laying sideways down. And I slowed down because then I thought, like, I'm hangry. I don't know that I have it in me to deal with this. Like, if in fact he's dead. And so what do? So I slowed down, I looked over to the right, and I look and I see him cutting his grass with a pair of scissors, right? So at this point, I'm like, oh, I'm delirious. Like, this can't be. I need to eat right now, like, or otherwise I'm going to crash, because I can't believe I saw the scissors, and it was like not a big pair, like a smaller pair of scissors.
no, it wasn't like hedge clippers.
No, literal
This
pair of
was like-
scissors, like kid, elementary school, like
my
safety
embroidery
scissors.
shears.
Yeah. And so I'm seeing him holding them.
Oh yeah, Leanne, he saw it too. We talked about it.
Yeah, so I'm seeing him holding them, and then I'm seeing that there's imagine the grass and then the immediate sidewalk. So like you would normally use a hedge clipper to like make that line clean, you know? And so I'm seeing him do the action of cutting, and I'm seeing right in front of the grass on the sidewalk just a small row of green, which was the like cut grass. Again, I am now fever dream seizuring.
Yeah, which tells me that
not well.
he had done a good amount of that. It wasn't like he was just getting started or he was testing to see whether his scissors were working or anything like that.
No.
He had cut a good amount of the grass that way.
So I'm driving to the park now, and I'm waiting I get to the park, I park, I run out to go sit so that I can eat. I'm like, I'm not waiting for anyone. I am going to pass out. I need to eat right now. So I start eating. Chris comes by, and he's like, I just saw the weirdest thing. I'm like, what? He's like, I just saw a man cutting his grass with a pair of scissors. And I need to tell you, if Chris didn't tell me that, I think I would have gone for the rest of my life thinking that I witnessed a fever dream, like a hallucination, because that's a weird thing to see. And I don't get it. I don't understand it. If the man is watching this, please message us, DM us, whatever, because I need to know what it is you're doing. I don't think that there's a competition going, Leanne. I think that and the reason I'm saying I don't think there's a competition going is because it's not like we live in an area where the grass is the most beautiful, like,
no, I'm pretty sure he
thing.
had dandelions.
Yeah. And so, wait, my neighbor does it all the time? This is a thing that people do? Oh,
that is
I don't know how to process any of this. I'm telling you. But anyway, so I know the feeling Chris has about the post office. It drives me insane. It leads me to become one of the most angry humans on the planet. I feel like
I didn't want to say anything. I wanted to say something.
To
the person.
I thought you meant like on the stream right now.
No, I didn't want to say anything to the person, and I ultimately didn't. I'm not like a confrontational person.
Heidi's
most of the
saying
time,
look above.
but
look above what? Like, am I looking up? Do you have something? Heidi's saying look up, look above.
I don't know. But I think like ultimately you should just be more self-aware. Like you should have just been like, oh, I'll take these forms and I'll fill them out and then I'll come back again.
You know, when you're at
even if the employee didn't like encourage you to do that, you should do it.
Meg, that is definitely the solution. Oh, look above on the stream, on the chat, I think you mean. Oh, during quarantine, there's a lot of videos of hairdressers cutting weird things with their scissors. Grass was like the number one thing. Lots of videos. What?
Oh, wow. I don't think he was a hairdresser, though.
No, definitely not. That is so weird, Heidi. But yeah, Meg, I think that has to happen. This is not a healthy relationship that we have with this post office, and I just don't understand it.
Yeah, but I don't want to change our PO box and everything. Then
yeah, that's the main problem. But whenever I am at a register, I have now come to the decision that my first choice of payment is going to be Apple Pay via my Apple Watch, because that's an immediate, like, click, boom, we're done. It's over. Second is my phone, which is a click, put my code in because I'm probably wearing a mask, then tap it to the screen, done. Third is my Apple Card, which I have on the back of my phone. So then I take it out, dip it in, whatever. Past that, cash and like change and stuff, it hasn't happened in years. But when it did happen in the past, like when it used to happen in the past, I would stress out during the moment where they've handed me back the change in my hand. And now I have to take that and put it in my wallet. But the 5 seconds between that moment.
No, I always felt like I was holding people up.
Completely. And I feel like in that moment, even though it's quite literally 5 seconds, the only thing preventing the other person in line from going ahead of me or like getting their help is me. It's no longer the cashier. It's me holding up the works. And I would just take the clump, stuff it in my wallet, put it in my pocket, and go.
Yeah, totally.
And so my point is the self-awareness or lack of this person, holy moly.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
I would not sleep at night.
No.
If I was that person, you know?
Doggy's told a story about her neighbor cutting with the scissors, like mows the lawn and then trims those that grow a little bit faster, and then picks up individual leaves when hurricanes come through and puts them in front of other people's yard.
Look, I mean, I can understand if you have this luxurious, like beautiful award-winning lawn.
And you want to like keep top place.
Yeah,
but
no, this is not that. This is like, I can take a picture of it. I can show you. It's like broken concrete on the sidewalk. It's a little bit uneven. The plot of grass is really little. Like it's a small, like 2x4, let's say, section. No, it's not. It's not good. My mom had the nerve to call me during the stream, LOL. Oh my God, the nerve of her. Okay. But tell her we said hi if she's listening, if you're still with her.
Let's go to... Can we go to Crafts with Chris?
Yes, but Paul,
but
we're saying some person is using scissors. Yeah, like I witnessed it with my own eyes. And I only have confirmed that I witnessed it with my own eyes because of Chris. Otherwise, I would have gone on with the rest of my life thinking that I witnessed like an event, like an episode, you know, like a mental episode.
Doggies, that's the worst with bad neighbors. I mean, that's like a fear of mine because we have such wonderful neighbors right now. Like we're really lucky. And we've been in that scenario in the condo where we've had like terrible neighbors. And that's just a bad situation because like you love your house, you like love being home, and then a bad neighbor can like kind of sour that.
Our next door neighbor passed away at 100 years old.
Yeah, like 101, I think.
Like 2 months ago. And her son, who was 70 something, who was the director of psychology at Keene University, passed away from COVID. How
months
awful.
earlier.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 months earlier.
Really
awful. So All right, we are going to go to Crafts with Chris. I already forgot what he's going to show, but I think I remember it being amazing.
Oh my God, Elias,
So-
you're the worst.
Ready, Chris? We are going to Crafts with Chris, and here we go.
Okay, so this is the first giveaway. You guys have seen this. This is the Muskrat Nation sticker.
No, Mega Meg, the house next door is now, the tenant lives there. I guess like they've worked it out or whatever.
So you guys have seen the special edition. I love how this came out so much that I want to do a couple of these. So they're like limited edition plus. Like we have a little bit more maybe to come with these. So this will probably, this should be the first giveaway maybe today.
Yeah. Do you want to do it now?
Yeah, why don't we start it now?
All right, we are going to start a giveaway now, and I think it started. All right, well,
no, 10
look.
minutes is good.
Yeah, it's going to be for 10 minutes, so just go ahead and start entering the raffle if you'd like to win a chance to win this Muskrat Nation limited edition black patch version. Get out of here.
So this is happening.
Get out of here, Cheddar.
And why it
I don't
say
know.
Streamlabs and not Body
What?
McBotface
I
for
don't
the.
know.
Okay, so the next patch that I'm going to show you, because listen, I was a dumpster fire last night, but I was very productive
Oh, my
today.
God, Cheddar.
And the next one that I'm showing you is not up for giveaway. There's only one of these that's going to be made in the world. So I'm showing you what we're sending out to OG Steve.
I don't think Steve is on tonight.
Yeah, Steve and Deb couldn't make it tonight, but I'm doing a special shout out to them. Steve, OG Steve, I'm going to send this out to you. Imposter Steve, I've made yours, and it's going to be in the mail on Monday. I missed the cutoff today.
Oh, I mean,
terrible.
The worst.
Okay, so let's go to today's giveaway, or today's new patch that we're
Yeah,
gonna
the
do
one
later.
that we'll do later.
We'll do this
not
one
right
later
now.
at the end of the stream. I don't know how many of these I'm gonna make, but this is kind of a collaboration, I would say, right, Elias?
Yeah.
This patch, like this is
Can I just look at it? Yeah.
okay. So, this is the new patch for today, and it says any hole is a goal, and if you can see, there are actual holes in it that'll show the fabric through.
No, any hole is the goal.
Any hole is the goal, right?
Is that right?
I don't know, but it is now.
Are you for real? Because you always correct me.
No, you say any hole is... Oh, crap.
Oh my God.
Listen, I
can't
was
even.
probably still drunk when I made this morning.
Yeah, Heidi. Awful. I saw that.
So, listen, what...
I don't even know. This is for real immature. Wait, so let's go over this phrase because we have said it, I'm pretty sure, from the very first episode, and we have probably said it every single episode. There was an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race with Aquaria, a queen from season 10, and during this challenge they had, she impersonated Melania Trump, and there's a moment where she said in Melania Trump's voice, any hole is the goal, or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's any hole is the goal.
You know, the goal is any hole.
No, you say the goal. No, you say
No, Jody.
You normally say every hole is a goal. Is the goal.
Yeah,
But it's any hole is the
Yeah,
goal.
okay.
Yeah, this is right.
So we thought that was just the funniest thing that anyone has ever said, and it's become like a staple of the show. And so therefore, this is just a random ass thing that we say. And look, it's even hole clipped, or paper clipped or whatever. No, hole punch. That's the word.
Yeah, I had to get a fabric hole punch, and so I figured, look, you can see cheddar through it.
Well, like barely,
kind
but
of.
yeah.
But what I want to talk about on this one, a couple things. So it's a little bit off center, but yeah, again, I was probably like still drunk when I was cutting this. The The thread that I got this afternoon came in the mail, and it's metallic thread, so that is like it's got like a sheen to it.
Can you bring your phone like a little bit closer?
It's like it's just out.
Yeah, I see it.
It's like too close.
Okay, I got it. Because it is metallic.
Yeah, look, you can see that metallic. Maybe. It's like a metallic thread, which looks really cool. I did some alternate color, so this is like a little bit in the background. This like little necklace thing.
Paul and Imposter C both said that Cheddar had a hole in mind earlier.
And so that is the new patch for today. Any hole is the goal.
Every hole is a goal.
There's 2 holes in it, so you can do whatever you want with these holes.
Oh, wow.
But they're meant to show the fabric through.
I see the shine. Beach, please. That is cool.
See, it is cool. Look at how shiny it is.
Can I see it in my own eyes?
Yeah.
Like with my own eyes? Yeah, I can confirm that there's a shine. For sure. Any hole is the goal. Any hole is the goal. Yeah. Do you cut that like that there to give them an opportunity to?
No, that was a mistake. Oh, but listen, we're not talking about that on this stream.
They're a bit small for anything. You can do whatever you want with these holes. I've never been told that. I see the shine. Oh yeah, we said that one.
All right, okay, so this one is gonna be the giveaway tonight.
We have 4 more minutes for the other patch, the Muskrat Nation patch, and then we are going to go from there. So, are we moving away from crafts
we are good with crafts with Chris.
The Craftocam, I cannot.
Craftocam is delivering.
Yeah, so we scoured the internet for an app or scenario that allows us to show from the phone's camera perspective, since the phone is like mobile and we can just move it around. And this app really seems to work well because I think that it's pretty high quality. It's fast. It looks smooth. It's not yet once, knock on wood, given us an issue. So
yeah, it's been good.
Good job. Wait, so I'm going to move totally to a different scenario here. And I think we briefly talked about In the Heights yesterday, but I'm going to revisit it and tell you just how enjoyable I thought this movie was. And I absolutely recommend that you go watch the movie either in the theaters if you feel safe to do that, but it's also on HBO Max and it looked phenomenal as we watched it at home. But there's a bit of history that I have with this movie or play that I want to share. Me and Chris, we went to one of our close friends' production of In the Heights, okay? Once upon a time. The close friend was my ex-girlfriend that I mentioned during like my coming out story. She is a musical theater junkie. She performs, and she's also she's a director.
What year was that? I mean, it was like probably
a really long time ago.
Actually, question on that. When did In the Heights come out on Broadway? On Broadway.
Yeah. So probably then 2009 or 10 we went because it didn't last long in the theaters on Broadway.
Okay.
And so if you're unfamiliar with what In the Heights is, it is a movie, or I'm sorry, it's a Broadway play that takes place across like 2 days, I want to say, of the middle of the summer, sweltering heat of New York's Washington Heights area, which is just right across the George Washington Bridge when you go from New Jersey to New York. It's a very diverse community of people who live there. And so it's kind of like a slice of life in this scenario. The problems are relatable to many people, but it's not big, grand, like life is ending, world ending problems. It's like normal issues, so to speak. So me and Chris go to watch our friend's production of this at a community theater. And the music is very quick moving. There's rap, there's spoken word, and it moves really quickly, and all of the story gets told through that. what I'm saying is if you're not really paying attention, you can very easily lose sight of what it is you're even watching, right? And you might end up like not enjoying it. And so me and Chris are watching. We can't understand much of what's going on. The air conditioner breaks. Now, not a spoiler.
Also, I mean, the problem is in a community theater setting for something like that where people may not have seen or been familiar with that particular story, and to have that quick moving with bad, like, I don't want to sound pretentious, but like bad acoustics, bad mics and everything, and you can't really make it. I feel like maybe
not bad. Let's say like entry level, like it's like minimal, you know, it's not the greatest. So
then it's hard to make out and follow the story. And then it just becomes people moving around on a stage and then gobbledygook.
Right. And so then you leave and you're like, how did you like it? And it's like, oh yeah, it was good. You know, but you don't really think that it was that good.
But the air conditioner.
So we suffered through this production, and not because of the production itself. We suffered because the air conditioner went out, and me and Chris do not do that. We would sooner be frozen into a popsicle than suffer through 10 minutes of like sweltering heat. And you don't want to be rude and leave, right? So we sat and watched the whole thing.
I was thinking about it though. I mean, that heat.
Leaving, you mean?
Oh, I was like full, I need out.
You suffer for art. And it is very, very Lin-Manuel Miranda, Jody. And we left, and one of the elements of the show, of the production and the story that's important in the grand scheme of things is that there's a blackout, and so they suffer from the heat. And in my mind...
Oh my God, meta.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, and then I thought for a brief moment, like, did they purposefully turn up the heat to make us break the fourth wall? You know, Sam Watson said, so one of these issues I had with seeing Hamilton on stage was that it was literally all songs. It was like watching the album live. Is In the Heights the stage production like that too? Like no dialogue, pretty much. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what it is. There's a couple of moments here and there, but it definitely is all. It's exposition through music, which a lot of times people do not like at all. My opinion now, I'm going to like jump forward, is that I am obsessed with In the Heights. I'm obsessed with Hamilton. I'm here for it. Best things I've ever seen in my whole life. But with that said, the reason why I think I feel so strongly about Hamilton now, In the Heights now, from a perspective of like, I really like it, is because I had the opportunity to be the music director for my high school's version of the show. And when I tell you, I learned so much. I learned about why the music is the way that it is. I learned about all of the lyrics, and, you know, of course I have to like memorize them and teach them. The brilliance of the rhythmic choices and the play on the words, and the fact that Lin-Manuel Miranda, who is the writer of it, captures very perfectly this world that he's trying to tell a story about in a very sort of almost mundane way, but yet it's relatable. I was absolutely blown away. And then on top of all of that, the connection I had with the students, the fact that I made them go from fearful to do what they're doing to like the best that they've ever felt. And like, they put on a performance where I tell you, I mean, like, I'm partial, but they did a phenomenal job.
No, I think they did a really good job.
And I don't cry ever. And at the end of the last show, I was in the pit orchestra as well. And I was looking up, and the last song is a very powerful song about like community and bringing everyone up together, raising everyone up together. And I looked up at my students, they were all looking down at me, and I just bawled. I mean, full on, like I was like ugly crying. And after the production, I'm in the hallway and I'm seeing all my students, and every one of them is like coming over to hug me. And it was absolutely, I would say, the singular highlight of my whole career as a music educator was that moment of all of the hard work and all of it, and seeing the kids progress and knowing that they did as well as they could possibly do, and that I had some sort of impact in that, blew my mind. So now we went from, we're in the middle of the heat, it's awful, the worst thing I've ever seen, to like literally life-changing. So now, of course, I have a bigger enjoyment of the show. So now that brings us to the movie that just came out, and the movie, I was going into it a little worried because like I have this really strong opinion of the show, and I don't want it to be, tampered with at all. But I have got to say that they did a phenomenal job of taking the source material and elevating it to be a relevant thing to today. It's like a bit more modernized. And it's also got some choice differences that I think make so much more sense in a movie format as compared to the Broadway show. So if you have HBO Max, and I saw someone ask earlier if that's the same thing as HBO Go, it is not. HBO Go is the streaming service of regular old HBO, whereas HBO Max is a streaming service in and of its own. You don't need HBO as like a channel to watch HBO Max. It's very complicated, but HBO Max has all of these movies and all of these deals with Warner Brothers. And I think they said that any movie that was coming out from 2020 to 2021 on Warner Brothers is going to be available immediately on HBO Max. Things like the Snyder cut that Jody loves so much. That was a joke. On HBO. So definitely watch it. It is well worth your 2.5 hours.
Not
to
an
watch.
ad.
No,
HBO
not an
Max is not sponsoring.
Oh no,
any
I didn't
of
even
this.
care where you watch it. Go to the movies. Pirate it. Paul McGrain said use Pirate Bay, but don't, because I don't want to get in trouble.
But wait, so I don't have as much of an emotional connection to the story that you do, because I didn't teach it, and I don't like have students who listen to me sing. But the play was fine in my mind.
Well, not the Heat version.
I'm still triggered by the Heat.
Yeah,
and
like
I feel like that was like a
saying-
food aversion situation. Like you eat bad food and then you're like, I don't want to eat that anymore. It's
Completely.
Like, I don't want to
100%.
watch In the Heights anymore. Of course, I still went to your play and I saw it, and the kids were fantastic in it.
Yes,
And
Paul, it's in the Heights, like the Heights being the Washington Heights.
And so when I watched the movie, I came in with like bare bones expectations of like, if I make it out of this without the air conditioning breaking, then I feel like we've won. And I went in with that mentality, but I feel like I walked away happy. Like I was like, wow, like I feel the story is better told. It almost fits better in the adaptation to film or to movies than it does on the play.
I agree with
and
you.
the modernization and the takes that they took, like some of the twists on the story that they took. Because I think I went to all 3 nights of your play, right?
Of course you did. You were fantastic. I mean, of course you did. That sounds rude. I'm saying
no. I know
you
what you're
happily did. Like I'm so excited by that.
So I saw. I've technically seen In the Heights 4 times.
No,
in the performance.
4 times in the performance.
Because I saw one in literally the depths of hell, and then 3
That's the
times.
10th level of hell.
3 times with Eliza's students, which was really great, and they were all really fantastic. And
if you don't follow the Discord, by the way, I posted a link to a production. I'm sorry, to what I called as a progression video. So as my teaching happened over the course of 4 months, I recorded all of the songs and I put together my favorite tracks from the first day we started working on it to like mid working on it to like the final show, and spliced it in such a way where it looks seamless. And it's so cool.
No, the kids are so great. And I can't believe that rap is really hard. And I don't think rap gets the recognition that it deserves, in that you're saying a lot and enunciating, and I'm just making up things.
No,
now.
you're not.
And diction and all of that stuff.
All of that matters.
Happens really quickly with tone and pitch and blah, blah, blah. It's hard. And I feel like the kids totally delivered on that. They were rock stars in that performance, even though I didn't love the story, but I think the singing and the acting and everything that they did was great. again, I feel the movie is probably a better story and more accessible, and with the changes in modernizing it makes it great.
Yeah, and
so I walked away with it walked away from it loving it.
Now, if you go on Rotten Tomatoes, you'll see that it's got like a 99% average, which I thought was like, what? That's absolutely insane. But I now understand why they're talking about that. Now, this doesn't mean that out of 100, this movie is 99% perfect. What Rotten Tomatoes does is it gauges the reviews that exist on the internet as to whether or not the person ended up walking away liking it, or did they walk away hating it? So it's one of two things, right? Is it fresh or is it rotten? And so what the 99% is saying is that 99% of people who walked away from it felt that it was fresh, meaning good. 1% walked away thinking that it was bad. It doesn't mean that it got a 99% out of 100 like you would on a grade, on a
Like
test.
if you were to rank it, like,
so
yeah.
let me go pee, Chris. So I don't know if you need to do your little thing. And I'll be back in a sec.
Patsy, yeah, hang on. Patsy, I think that video editing is Elias's thing, and we've talked about it, like, he and I have talked about it. I think we've talked about it on the stream too, but he's kind of like, well, you know, you kind of like have excelled in the, thanks Jody for the gifted sub, and welcome Manda 147 to the stream. So he kind of talks about like, well, I haven't really done the dress. I haven't really done any of the sewing and stuff. But I'm like, your sewing or your video editing is your creative outlet. He looks through those videos and he finds a narrative, like a single thread throughout the story that's really good. And so I think he's done a great job in learning the video editing software, and I feel like my creative outlet has somehow become the embroidery. Oh, Alana, once he comes back, I'll have him pick the winner. See ya, Paul. Have a good night. So I think that he probably needs to focus on that more and maybe dabble a little bit further into the sewing area once that sewing machine frees up, but I can't promise anything. And Elias is now back with an empty bladder.
Well, like as empty as it'll be for the next half hour.
Yeah, maybe see his daughter. Maybe the next chapter could be Elias as a film editor.
You never know. One thing, this is going to be an interesting conversation to have for a sec, but one thing about being a teacher in New Jersey, because I think, I don't know if this is a federal thing, and it's interesting that I don't know the answer to this, but is the concept of tenure everywhere?
I think so. I think most states.
America?
Actually, maybe some states, like, I think North Dakota had something where they like...
Can I have some?
Reduced the rights, but I don't know. I think
what I will say is when you get tenure, and if you don't know what tenure is, I'll explain. It means that during your time as a teacher, you reach a point, and it depends on the state you're in, what year that is, but you reach a point where you basically have secured your job until retirement. And what that means is, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry. I thought Paul was saying goodbye, but he was saying something else.
Oh. And so what that means for the educator in question is that you kind of have committed to being that person for the rest of your life, right? I'm at that point. And this is not me having like an open conversation about my career or anything, but what I think the general thing that I'm going to say is that what happens when you reach tenure is that your decision making, when it becomes time for you to consider alternates or things that you might want to do different, is that things become very challenging to make that decision with, because it's like on one hand, you have a job that you'll have until retirement with a pension. On the other hand, might be something more better or interested that you're in or whatever, but who knows? But it doesn't come with the luxuries that this affords you. Do you know what I mean? And so the juggling act of deciding what to do, it's this double-edged sword. It's really great that tenure exists, but then it's also, in a way, limiting to people who might make decisions on career changes halfway through their career or the beginnings of their career or whatever the case might be, you know? Not to say that you would switch your careers because you're very specialized in what you do, but I think that
I think I'll do what I do now probably for the rest of my life.
Yeah, and the reason why that makes sense for you is because you've gotten the highest level of education to get to that point, meaning you've decided you are doing this for the long run. When you get your bachelor's degree, a lot of times you may think you want to do the thing you're doing, but then when you get into like the workforce of it, you realize maybe you don't want to do the thing. And so therefore, do you decide, did I waste 4 years of my life doing whatever I did? You know?
Yeah. And I think that's something that a lot of people struggle with, where they go to college and then they don't use the degree that they went to college for. And then their immediate thing that they say is, oh, I just wasted that time. And I don't think that that's the case. I think that you walk away from college with like a lot more learnings than just that field that you specialize in.
Yeah, for sure.
In a bachelor's
I
degree.
agree with you. Like I'm not of the opinion that your 4 years was a waste, because you learned a lot. You learned teamwork, you learned hard work, you learned a million things that we could talk about.
Critical thinking, blah, blah, blah.
I get that. But what I'm saying is that typically speaking, only having 4 years of like knowledge of a career and then you get to the career is when things get maybe hairy for people. You, in your scenario, you did a lot of work in the field of the work you're in even before you got the degree that you ended up in. So you had
I was in grad school. I mean, I was I did 4 years of undergrad, and then I did 8 years of grad school, and then I started my actual job, like where I worked in the workforce. But one thing that
this is a really good conversation. A lot of good comments are happening that I want to touch upon, but go ahead.
Yeah, and I just want to, so I think I saw Patsy was talking about in college that there's 10 years. So I teach a college course. I'm not a tenure track teacher. I'm just an adjunct. I teach.
Oh my God, wait, I have to pick a winner. Should I do that right now?
Oh yeah. Why don't you do that?
I'm going to just pick the winner right now. We're going to like pretty quickly move into the next conversation Chris wants to say. All right. So a winner is happening for the Black Muskrat Nation patch, and the winner is Jody the Abbreviated Fern. Congratulations, Jody.
Congratulations, Jody. That makes me really happy.
You win. I want Chris one day, once the award goes out, to be like, oh my God, that makes me so unhappy that you won that.
I say, do you know why? Because I just get so much joy sending out these patches to people.
Chris, that's sweet. Congratulations, Jody.
Can you put in the book, Elias?
Yes, that's important that I do that.
And I want you to fully write out Jody the Abbreviated Fern.
The Abbreviated Fern gets the Black Muskrat Nation patch. Okay.
So remember, we still have the Any Hole is the Goal patch to give out. This one we're going to run later tonight.
Okay, Chris.
This is for after hours.
Continue your story because it's a good topic.
Tenure at a college level, at least in the schools that I've like participated in. So
wait, Sam and Watts, did we get their email?
Oh yeah, Jody. Jody, I think we've sent you troll butts before, so we probably have.
Sam and Watson said, "Did you all get my email?"
Sam and Watson, yes. Everything, yeah. I mean, listen, it's a dumpster fire. Today is a lot, and so I'm pretty
nothing
sure
has gone out today, but you will. We have. I'm pretty sure we have everything that we need.
Yeah. So I teach a couple of college classes, but there is tenure track professors if that's your full-time job. Because, listen, I've got a lot of stuff on my plate right now. I've got a full-time job. I've got college classes that I'm teaching. I've got y'all that I'm having fun with. And then I also have my most important priority, which is embroidery. And so my plate is full. I don't want tenure or tenure track on a college level, but I think it's like a 7-year engagement to get tenure at a college level. And what you do along the way is you publish papers and you get grants and all of that. And then there's an assessment with a committee that determines whether or not you should get tenure or not. And then after that point, once you've received tenure as a professor, you need to, or you have like the benefits that you're talking about, job security, you get a pay raise and all of that kind of stuff.
Oh, well, we don't get that. I mean, we do like.
Well, you get a promotion. You go from like
we don't get anything when you go to tenure.
You go from like an associate to an assistant professor.
No, we don't. As like K through 12 teachers, we don't do that. We literally go from whatever the steps of promotion are that everyone gets. And I think my promotion from year 5 to 6 was $200.
That is not even covering the increases in like the consumer price index.
It's absolutely not. But now for me as I'm going to dissect a little bit about, that's what Paul said. I'm going to dissect a little bit about tenure as a K through 12 teacher. K through 12 is kindergarten through 12th grade. And my degree as music educator allows me to teach any part of K through 12 with no restrictions. In the field of music, like any part of it. I could be teaching like a violin class. I could also be teaching like I don't know, kazoo class if that's what the school wanted. And once I reach 4 years of instruction completed with 1 more day of schooling, like as in I go in that 5th year for 1 day, I just enter the building, I've now achieved tenure. I'm there. I've done that. So I think someone earlier asked, like, when do I get that? I have done that.
Alana said that you don't get, or $200 a year, teachers don't get paid enough. I agree.
We don't. That's a long conversation.
But listen, Alana, I mean, we're literally just pulling at strings here. Can we just get a chair for you with arms that work?
I was sitting in my chair yesterday. And I was leaning up on the back, and it creaked in such a specific way that I thought that it was going to fall apart. And all I thought about was Alana saying, you needed a new chair 7 years ago. And legitimately, it's just awful. So I'm at a point now where my career has been picked. What I mean is, it would take a lot, I think, for me to decide to like leave my job, because right now, what is afforded to me is short of being abusive to people in my job, I really wouldn't get fired, right? There's like a whole union behind me and a whole string of legalities that have to keep me there. So I've got a job
which I think you can check that box. Like you're not going to.
Oh, no, of course. That's what I mean. Like, that's why I'm saying I've got the job. Like,
yeah.
I've got the job as in I know that right now for 35 more years, I could realistically, as long as I'm alive, continue to do what I'm doing and be a teacher. I then would get the pension that I've been paying into back as retirement. So for what I'm saying, my life in terms of career has been picked. It's been decided, right? That's the plan, which is why it makes it so difficult. And this all goes back to this like video editing thing that I can't remember who said it because I just stepped away when it happened. Do you remember who said it? I
think Patsy.
Yeah, maybe Patsy. Whoever said it, don't think that I've not thought about that, right? Like I have thought about that, but because I do truly find such joy in doing some stuff like that. But the reality is I would be leaving what I just described to then go into unknown territory that would never provide me what I have. And that is the plight of a teacher who is tenured. Now, on one hand, what I'm saying sounds incredibly like privileged because I'm like complaining that I have something that's very, very, very good. But then on the other hand, it's like, does the thing that the teacher has decided to do fulfill their desires, or are teachers staying in the field just because of tenure? And then you end up having those teachers that you may remember that you've shared yesterday, that your second grade teacher gave you stomach aches every day because you hated
Oh
how
my God,
they were.
every day. That
Right?
was the worst.
Is that a product of that person just doing the job because that's what they decided they're doing and they're sticking with it?
But
when
that was
maybe-
a Catholic school, though. I think she didn't. I think she Catholic schools don't have tenure. That's just a public school thing.
Yeah,
So
but
I think she
still.
was just doing it because she liked to torture people.
I know, but I'm saying
And that
The
me as my
generality
second grade person going
needed to
in,
be tortured.
I needed to be tortured.
You needed to slap the gay out of you. That's what
I
you're
know.
trying to do.
She was 76
You know?
when she was teaching me, and she was a monster. And she gave me stomach aches. And do you know?
Peach, please said I saw a free one on the side of the road today. Should I mail it to you? No, please don't mail me a chair. I appreciate it, but I think the school should pay for it.
No, it wouldn't mean the same unless the school paid for it. But the fact that my mother had this same teacher as a child and
Bonkers.
also got stomach aches from her, she tormented generations of students. There are still students out there who have stomach aches because of this woman.
Your mental psyche could have been shaped by this person. And they
Yeah.
have no idea because they just wanted to get off on the fact that they were like in power. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
But
So-
also, you don't know whether it was positive or negative. And maybe I'm all messed up in the head, but maybe she made me want to become a PhD because of.
Maybe the fact that you suffered through her year gave you the opportunity to suffer through your PhD, which is a conversation we'll have one day. It's
We
not
need to
happening
have
right
that
now,
one
but
day.
we
Yeah,
need to
my
talk about that.
advisor situation. Listen, we need some drinks for that one.
So Paul said, that unions are powerful. They are. And also, can New Jersey keep you whole for your life? Oh, keep you for your whole life is also a question. I could do whatever I want. Like I could leave. I'm not stuck in anything. It's that if I leave and I go to another school, I then restart the tenure track. So it's not like it can like jump to another school district. And if you're not in a school district, there's no tenure for anything. That's a very specific thing for teachers in states, like public school teachers in states. And the other thing that not many people know about is that when you become a teacher, your first year, you're like technically not a teacher, even though you are, and like you're in the building and all that's happening, you are like a teacher in training. And after 1 year of having a teacher mentor, that's when you then get your like proper teacher certification, which is totally bonkers.
Which don't you pay out of your paycheck to your mentor?
Yes, which is bonkers.
Which like the district should pay that.
Teachers do not get paid enough for what we deal with and what we put up with for what we do. I'm telling you, I've never felt more strongly or clearly about something in my life. So Leslie said, not my lane, but because I'm so political now, I need to know what you think of Randy Weingarten. I don't know who that is. Should I know who that is?
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Oh my God, it's like the movie Freaky Friday, said Alana. For what? I don't know. I had a teacher like that, Miss Molyneux, such a bitch, said Mozzie. Peter Molyneux do you know who that is, Chris?
No.
From Black and White.
I don't know that movie.
No, it's not a movie, it's a game.
Oh, the God game?
Yeah.
My
Sandra
teacher.
Watson said, is that just a New Jersey thing? No, that's what I asked Chris earlier. It seems that tenure is a federal thing, but that states have different versions of it. Like how many years do you need to be there to get tenure? Oh, Leslie said that person is the head of the teachers union. Oh my God. And I don't know who that is. That's terrible. So I don't know. I have no opinions on that, Heidi or Leslie. Sorry.
So my teacher, she's definitely dead by now. The
That's terrible.
She was 76 when I had her in second grade, so God knows what she would be now. She'd be like 200. Her name was the only name that I'll remember ever. You talked about your teachers and you were rattling them off like they're in your Rolodex, and I don't know any of them other than Miss Maida. She was
the source of your anxiety.
The spawn of Satan. Yeah, she literally just was the worst. I have a stomach ache right now from just thinking about going to
I'm
class.
laughing, but I understand.
A whole year. Second grade was a nightmare for me because I would go in and thought I was going to get yelled at for something.
It seems that everyone shares similar feelings that we do. The National Teachers Union, Leslie said, the president, again, we deal primarily with New Jersey's union head, and like the person that we specifically deal with is located or relegated to specifically our county. So like it really, I don't know past our county in regards to it because it's all so different. Alana's talking about Freaky Friday because you had the same teacher as your mom. That's why.
Yeah, it was so weird. I mean, I remember my mom telling me stories about how she had this, I guess, I don't know how it happened then. I mean, I feel like we got a pamphlet that told us when we went home the last day of school that told us who our teacher was going to be the next year.
Yeah, that usually happens. Or maybe in the middle of the summer.
You know what happened? I went to a different Catholic school for kindergarten and first grade. And then I went to my mom's former Catholic school in second grade. And when I transferred to that new school in second grade, I got Miss Maida. And my mom, I mean, as a mother, if you get that information,
bye, Simon Watson.
If you get that information when your kid brings it home, like, oh my God, he's going to have Miss Maida.
You realize that for a whole year.
How do you process that?
Yeah, for a whole year. That's tough.
And my mom told me stories now afterwards, like after I grew up and I was like, oh my God, I had Miss Maida and that was the worst year of my life. My mom told me how she not only had Miss Maida when she was in school, but Miss Maida lived across the street from her.
Oh, I didn't know that. You kept that from me.
Yeah, she lived across the street from her. So my mom, like on a snow day, would go outside and like play in the front yard in the snow. And Miss Maida would like come out and get her mail and be like, why are you not doing your homework?
No,
that is crossing boundaries.
That is unacceptable. 100% crossing boundaries.
But also then like Catholic school at that time, like that's when it was like acceptable when my mom went, not when I went, but acceptable to like smack your hands with rulers and all of that
if you're
stuff.
writing like left-handed or whatever.
And my mom was left-handed. So like literally it was like, listen, I'm unpacking a lot tonight. This is probably like a therapy session. I'm dealing with long lines at post offices, which is a tough subject for me.
Whoops.
And my second grade education, which is a very tough subject.
Look at Eloise. Oh my God. Look at Cheddar and Eloise. Chris, I apologize that we've deep divin? No, deep dived.
Deep divin sounds
deep
great.
Divin. Paul said that the story needs backstory, and I don't know which story you're talking about. Maybe if it's the Freaky Friday story, that's a movie. That's not a real story. Because Alana said that it is... hold on, I'm just completing Mozzie's thing. That... Oh my God, where is it? That Freaky Friday is the mom not going out with the teacher, and so the teacher is failing the mom's kid. Do you even understand how disgusting that is?
Wow. That's a lot.
That movie might be dead to me, even though I love what's her face? Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan in that movie.
Paul wants backstory on the teacher. Look, Paul, that was second grade. I don't have details on it, but I just know that I had a stomach ache every day and said, I want to stay home today, Mom, because I don't want to go to school. I remember her very, like, pointing at students and saying, you do this or tell me the answer, and, like, putting them on the spot. And, like, being very vocal and yelling all the time, like if things weren't done correctly. That was my perception. And so that as a second grader is a lot to like, I feel like that's a lot to deal with then.
Big time. Absolutely. I was
like
an
to
ESL
be
student.
put on the spot, then I'm like,
Yeah.
now I'm like, put me on the spot. I don't care. Like it's,
No,
I'm gonna
it's
just,
not a right thing to do, which is why I continuously go back on the idea that I like to be someone who is there to make the students' lives less stressful. I never, ever, ever want to contribute to the stress. I want to make their lives less stressful and hope that by the end of it, that they remember me as like the teacher who was not like an easy teacher or like the cool teacher, but someone who just was there to make their lives a little bit better. That's kind of my
yeah, because they're
MO.
going through a lot. There's like hormones and like, and stress of like college coming up and, you know, living at home and blah, 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 blah. There's a lot.
And Leslie said, you don't need to make us laugh every time. Part of why we love you is the sharing of shit histories. Love that. And like, not that we all experience crappy histories, but I do think that sharing these stories is important for all of us to recognize that our stories are not really that unique as much as we think that we do. And I think a lot of times we may hold on to these stories as being like hyper focused on us. And oh my God, we've dealt with this situation and it's so bad and I'll never get over it. And then you share that story and you realize that like 90 other people out of 100 also shared that story. And then it's like, wait a sec. Not that that makes it any better, but it makes it easier to recognize that there's others out there who can help you and you can help them overcome
I
whatever
think
the
comfort
issue is.
in community, right? Like
You know.
you're like, oh, I relate to that, or that brings up this memory or blah, blah, blah. And I think those types of things, those connections are just important to process whatever you've gone through in the past.
Yeah, big time. And I think that like the biggest takeaway is this idea of our stories are not as unique as we think they are, and not in a negative way. Sure, we all have gone through a thing
we've
or
had
two
our own twists on them.
but I think that it's like recognizing that we are similar enough to other people in the world makes our experiences less unique and therefore a bit more relatable, I guess, to others. So, oh, that was sweet that someone said that that's why they'll remember me as a, wait, where was it? Lost it. And that's what makes you a memorable teacher, said Beach Please. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think your teacher and mine were related, Chris. LOL. I used to tell my mom and I was sick too. It got so bad my parents actually thought I had something really wrong with me until I finally told them. Oh my God. I'm sorry
Mozzie,
you're dealing
it's
with
a
that.
bad, like that's
That's
bad
not
feeling as a
okay.
kid to like try to process that, because as a kid you're not equipped with the emotional intelligence to deal with that and say, look, I'm just going to suck it up today. And I know that there's, June is on the horizon. As a kid, it's like that day is everything to you. And so when
It's so bad.
when you know that you've got that day ahead of you of like dealing with Miss Maida, and it's like, oh my God, going in and like worrying what is going to happen that day, like it's a lot to process. And so, yeah, I totally feel you.
So Chris, what I want to do, because I did not even realize that we've just been talking for almost 2 hours, I want to jump to Metopia for a bit, because what I want to show you all in Metopia is a couple of things that have happened in the game. I'll probably play like one board maybe, because I want to show you some of the characters that have happened. But before we get to it, I just want to explain the story. So up until now, we collectively did a poll and came across 4 different people that we were going to use for Metopia, which was, I already forgot, Philip the Wizard,
Baby Giada,
Callie, and who was the 4th one? Molly McCox.
Yeah.
Right? So we did that. We made them all. We played the game. I've been playing on my own. I've been playing with Chris until I got to the second level. And I think it was Kara who mentioned to me that I should probably show what happens at the end of the first castle. I didn't listen. I just kept playing. And then something huge happens. Your whole party, including yourself, gets wiped out and put into like this jail. And you need to make more people and repick a job class for your main person. So we had Philip the Wizard, and do you know who we have now? Philip the Scientist. We have Philip the Scientist. And do you know what cracks me up? There is a pretty big similarity to magic and science in the sense that magic is the fake version of science in like another world, you know? Like maybe in Harry Potter world, magic is science. Maybe in our world, science is magic. But the fact that Philip is now a scientist and the fact that Chris is a scientist, I'm dead. It's the funniest thing ever. So we did that, and we also made what we realized is we now need to make 3 more characters past Philip. So what I did is I found what our like second, third, and fourth place people were, and we made I forgot already who we made. Electra Cartman and Lisa Kushkash.
Oh my God, Electra Cartman is so good.
So Electra Cartman is when Chris was trying to say Carmen Electra, but it was actually nothing at all related to Carmen Electra. And then Lisa Kushkash is who Chris thought was Lisa Kudrow. And if you know Lisa Kudrow's story on Friends, it is she plays Phoebe, and her claim to fame is this song called Smelly Cat. So just wait for you to see what happens. We're going to switch to Miitopia for a little bit. So, Chris, are you a wizard named Philip now? Said Beach, please. Oh, my God. Are you?
LP, that is ridiculous that your third grade teacher would say something like that. I don't know why that is something that is worth saying to a student, but that's crazy. I'm going to switch, but also there was a Bambi request that came in for getting Oriole. So why don't I get Oriole and then is that okay?
Yeah, that's totally fine. I'll just catch up on stuff. Paul McGrain said, do you guys ever play the 2-character Mario and Luigi games on Game Boy Advance? Loved. They were absolutely my favorite games. Still self-conscious about it. Sia's daughter said, well played. Chris, are you a wizard named Philip now? Like said Beach Please that I mentioned earlier, makes me laugh. So funny. Jody, you are 2/3 of the way through this game. I looked up the length of time it takes to play this game, and it seems like it's like a surprisingly long game. One thing I want to mention, if you're looking at my screen, is over on the right, there's a woman with an exclamation point next to her. Me and Chris, while camping, played this game and had to come up with a character for Baby Giada, but we didn't realize that the character we were coming up with was not the one that was going to be a part of our team, but that she was going to be something called the Great Sage. So she's like an independent, important character. So that you're looking at on the right there is actually officially Baby Giada, Baby Giada. The person who was on our team was Babi Giada, and she was like the like missing chromosomes version of this official Great Sage Baby Giada. The lore of this game that we just found out in this chapter is that this character of Baby Giada was using her skill to put Genie back in the bottle because the Genie was being a jerk, and they asked us to come up with a character for that Genie, and so we named him and made him look like Bobby Flay. So I don't know where that leaves us. It's absolutely bonkers. It's so funny to me, this game. Mozzie said, I'm Sicilian. I get it, but to say that to a kid, so sorry you have to go through it. Yeah, it's so bad. So bad. Jody said it is. Karen and I have been messaging about it. Said Jody, so funny. Aw, here's Smoriel. Jody said I'm practicing Mario Kart this week for the next tournament. Yeah, that's going to happen soon. I can't wait to do it again. And also, we're going to, at some point soon, have... oh, thanks, Lexi Lynn, for gifting. Lexi, or I'm sorry, we're gonna have an Among Us tournament at some point soon. I'm just trying to figure out like the specifics. So let me show you what we've got going on here. Hold on, I didn't mean to do this. Let's see if I go to party. So we have Philip the Wizard, who is now Philip the Scientist. So let's look at him. Here is Philip the Scientist, because that's his flask. His new upgraded flask is a ketchup bottle. All right, so that's Philip. He is a scientist. He's got the ability to. Oh yeah, we don't have to show that.
Oh my God, can you guys even? I'm sorry to distract. Whoa, but can you even with Oriole, Cheddar, and Eloise on the muskrat cam right now?
They are so cute. I can't even. So that's Philip's new upgrade. Tater Tot hasn't changed. That's Tater Tot the horse.
Yeah, he was perfect. He shouldn't change.
We have Electra Cartman, who is an imp, and her catchphrase, did you catch it there, is capital Christopher. Look at it again.
Look at the lips.
Do you see Christopher there? Dead, right? And her favorite food is devil's food cake. Can you even stand it?
Oh my God.
Then we have Lisa Kushkash. And here is Lisa Kushkash, who's literally a cat. She's wearing overall jeans, and she is a cat. Like, literally, she attacks, and she's a cat. So these are our 3 current characters. We're going to make one more, and that person is going to be Lorna Doone. And Lorna Doone, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to make of her, per se, because she's going to be modeled after...
Wait, can you go to the town? I want to show some of the townspeople too.
Well, I'll do it after this. Because I think now this is like a level.
Oh
look at Lisa Kushkash walking on all 4s.
Paul, no, there's no catnip on this ottoman. I don't know what it is about it, but they love it.
Let's go to the Here Be Moles. What is that? I think I want to investigate that. Here Be Moles. What is that? Oh my God. And also, by the way, I'm going to take a picture of, who do you want to take a picture of? Philip, I guess? Philip the Scientist with his ketchup bottle. Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
Or Electra Cartman.
I think Philip the Scientist makes me laugh. Look, and I do a glitch on them. And him, oh my God, Philip the Scientist is showing off for Electra Cartman. Why is this like difficult? Look, I'm like nearly dying.
Oh, maybe Beach Please could be the lights. They're also there though when the lights are off, so maybe that's why. Like I think this is really comfortable for them.
Oh my God, everyone's just eating a banana. All right, I'm doing the glitch again to this one. Dead. Bye. Take that.
Jody said, Elias, don't forget to do all of the paths on each level.
I'm on it. Jody, I'm totally on it. Aw.
Take a picture of her on the left. I mean, she is just the best.
I just think the laughter I get out of Philip the Scientist is just... Oh my God, what is this? She's unusually focused. And now she's cackling. Dead. Christopher! Did you all see that? She just yelled Christopher.
Eloise. Oh my God, Eloise, you're so cute.
Stubborn. Oh, he does not take that. Aw, Electra Cartman is checking on Philip, the Scientist. Dead.
Sia's daughter said that Lisa Kushkash looks like a Papillon.
I don't know what that is.
You know what they look like. They're like, they kind of look like,
Wow, that was really hard. I'm not going to lie.
They look like a mix between a Cocker Spaniel and a Yorkie.
Beach Please said this game is so bizarre. Why do I love it? It's so much fun. I just love this game. Oh, I learned a new skill, Ignite. Add dubious chemicals to a friend's weapon to widen attack range. Electra gained a level. Look at her lips.
Do you have a picture of Philip the Scientist?
Well, I'm going to take it on the abilities screen, like the other screen that I showed with the ketchup bottle.
We have to do the any hole is a gold giveaway too.
Yeah,
And can't forget it.
we have 2 giveaways that we'll do. Once I'm done with this board, I'll start the giveaway for this patch. Oh my god, this evil mole.
Or do Philip and then we'll end on the patch.
Yeah. Oh my god, these moles are so problematic. Oh my god, now she missed? First cautious quirk. Warm up? Oh my god, what is she doing?
I think this is the first productive muskrat, get a muskrat
Yeah.
that we've had.
Oh, good. Look. Chemicals. Oh, that was good. Oh, Electra said, nice, Lisa Kushkash. Oh my god. This is how to get it done. Tater Tot, do your thing. Oh my god, look, I'm going to ride Tater Tot. Here it comes with my ketchup bottle.
I don't understand the ketchup bottle, but I'm here for it.
Think about it. It's literally a flask. It looks like a flask. It's a variation of like chemical compounds, no?
Yeah, like, is vinegar, can that be?
Yeah, it's acidic. What's the difference between that and like another type of flask? I'm here for it.
I agree. I think it's a good choice.
I think it's very funny. Oh my god, so many of these sundaes. So at some point, by the way, the other characters that we had, they're not gone like permanently. It's just that they are missing right now. So I think at some point, all of these people are going to get together, and that absolutely cracks me up. Do you hear that, like,
the lips, I can't.
Well, yeah, but also the sound of the talking.
Yeah. Eloise, you do love this game. Oh my god, look at her.
Eloise. I can't. She is so cute. Oh, thank God we found an inn. Okay, so I'm going to take a picture. He-Man says, the princess seems happy and that makes me happy. Also, are you happy? I dearly hope so. From He-Man. Like He-Man, like, you know, from He-Man. A cat in the party has reached level 5. I mean, I think a cat in this house has reached level 5.
Look at Eloise.
An imp in this party has reached level 5. I mean, I think an imp in this house has reached level 5. Oh, She-Ra is so good. The Netflix show. A scientist in this party has reached level 5. I think a scientist in this party in this house has reached level 5. But yes, She-Ra, the Netflix movie or show rather, is very, very, very good. I highly recommend. Oh, what's this? Oh my God. Is this another adventurer? Is this going to be, we can't do this right now.
Yeah, I think save this.
I think I'm going to save this and then
print your picture, start the giveaway.
But I can't print the picture.
Why?
It's going to have to be Electra.
Why?
Because I'm stuck here.
Yeah, but I think Electro is great. Why?
Okay.
Why don't you want to give Electro away?
Because I think Philip with the bottle is very, very funny, but that's totally fine.
We have all the streams in the future to give away Philip.
All right, so I'm going to give away a picture of, should we do this one? This one.
Yeah,
right
this
here.
one, definitely.
Yeah. This is going
She
to
looks
be
like Ariana Grande.
a little bit, yeah.
Not
I'm
gonna
going
lie.
to take a picture of this, and this is going to be Electra Cartman, and we will give away this. And I'm actually going to start the giveaway now.
5 minutes?
And it's going to be a 5-minute giveaway, and because we have a couple of more things to do. So let me just switch it really quick. So, while the giveaway is going,
Eloise.
okay, the giveaway is starting now for this plus a Muskrat Nation sticker. I will be printing it right now.
Did you write down the winner of the Muskrat Nation patch before?
Think so? Yeah, Jody.
Oh, right.
I mean, how could you forget?
Jeez.
All right, here I'm saving this, add to photos, and I'm going to print it. I am just dead at this game.
I'm curious.
It's so funny.
I want to see how this printout happens. Did you put a text on it that said, like, text that says electric car?
I'm going to right now. Oh my God. And she's holding a fork. I just cannot. Electra Cartman.
Eloise. Look at
Now,
Eloise.
whoever wins this, if you tell your friends and family that this is like, when they ask you, what is it that this is? What do you say? What are you going to say to them? Truly. You know?
Paul, the book literally is like the Bible of this house. I mean, it is sacred text that tracks everything that happens on this stream. There is no better record of what's going on in this crazy dumpster fire of a stream than the book. And I don't know, it's going to be an emotional moment when we run out of pages in the book. Like, how are we ever going to get another book?
The reason why, so look, inadvertently, I'm printing this and I think that's going to go. Inadvertently, this Mario book with this Luigi back, I got just before we started streaming, and I got it from Nintendo's, you can switch, Chris, to the cameras only. I got this from Nintendo's My Nintendo Rewards, I think it's called, which is like a service where when you buy Nintendo games, you get these points, and then at some point you can redeem them for things. And I redeemed them for this. And I was thinking in my head, this is weird. Like, I don't know when I'm going to use a notebook because I use my iPad, I use my phone, I use my computer. So when am I going to use this? And then we started streaming, and I was like, oh, how perfect is it for us to have this Mario book to write various notes that we might need in there, right? And now it's become legitimately our, like Chris said, our sacred Bible of stuff. And so now that I know that it's useful to have something like this, when this runs out, and if we're still streaming, which I really hope we are by then, I think we should buy another Nintendo themed one because there's so many. Like, we should go to the Nintendo store and make like a big moment.
Yeah, we'll go live
know?
Or something. I mean, listen,
So,
we're going to be streaming.
Oh my
We've
God,
invested enough. Oh my God, I can
It's
see
so
it.
good.
We've invested enough in technical equipment, and we had a whole discussion with Leah yesterday about the thing that we wanted to do upstairs of like transforming one of the rooms upstairs to make it more of like a dedicated space for streaming because we love doing it so much.
I think that's going to end up being a thing that we do. We're going to finally
We need to
create
think about it. Like we
a
need
studio. But so a couple of things that I saw was hold on. I wish that I
How much time do we have left on?
not much. Oh, a minute. A minute left for a Muskrat Nation sticker plus a Polaroid of Electra Cartman. And it's very cute. The one thing, Imposter Steve said, these, in regards to what are you going to say to someone who asks, where did this come from? Imposter Steve says, these weird cat dudes on the internet send me a picture of their giant lipped cartoon. Exactly.
That is a perfect description of it.
Yeah, Lee Shutter is cleaning a PG part of Eloise.
Aw, Eloise.
Imposter Steve said, I love cults. All of us. Wait, I must have missed the cult comment. That's really funny. Yeah, the cult is Chris's Island. If you missed out on the original origin of Chris's Island, the joke was that Chris's Animal Crossing Island, if you ever visit, you will never leave.
Yeah, don't let any of my islanders leave because they moved there for a reason. They shouldn't leave.
Heidi said, Cheddar is licking Eloise in the same place against the grain over and over and over, and it's making me something. I don't know what you are trying to say there. Metal? Yeah, I mean, the joke, I mean, no one is leaving. I mean, people are leaving Chris's Island, but... we got a muskrat, and that was complete.
And so let's wrap up the giveaway, switch to Can Chris Get It, and start the...
Yeah, so we have just like 5 more seconds, or 20 more seconds. Once we're done with this, then we're going to do Can Chris Get It. Before we do that, we're going to start the raffle for the Any Hole.
Yeah, the next raffle is this...
The last raffle.
patch
Oh,
that
Eloise,
is
don't hiss at Cheddar, although you should.
any hole is the goal, and it's got 2 holes in it. You can choose your adventure.
Oh, mental. That's what you said.
And it's got this metallic thread. This is the last giveaway for today.
I'm working on getting imposter wife into the cult. That's really funny. The winner of this super cute, I can't even stand it. Look,
Can I see?
this picture of Electra Cartman, and it says Electra Cartman at the top. Look at it. Look. The winner of that with a Muskrat Nation
Oh my God,
sticker
I can't.
is Alana. You won. Electra Cartman with a Muskrat Nation sticker. Congratulations. You are the winner.
Alana.
So I need to write that in the
believe.
book. Miss Lana won.
Oh my God. Alana.
Alana won Electra Cartman Polaroid. Okay, good. Congratulations.
I'm sure Alana wants it. For sure. Who wouldn't want Electra Cartman? All right, let's see how big of a dumpster fire, because, I mean, we're dumpster fires today. I feel like we're tapped out from
Oh my God, from yesterday?
yesterday.
Oh,
Was like riding high.
crazy.
And let's see what sort of dumpster fire Can Chris Get It brings. Why don't you start the next giveaway, which is the... Aw, thanks, Jody, for gifting a new
thanks,
sub.
Jody.
Can you start the giveaway for...
Yeah, so I'm starting the giveaway, and the giveaway is going to be for the Any Hole is a Goal one.
This is
Okay.
the last giveaway for tonight. This is... I don't know that I'm going to make any more of these. I think this is like limited.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you think. You're the patch maker. There is a patch thing going on now for Chris's latest patch, or a giveaway rather, for Chris's latest patch. While that is going, we're going to switch over to Can Chris Get It? Are you ready?
I am ready.
So, legitimately,
Actually,
I forgot.
can you do it? Because I don't want to look at it.
Yeah, but
And can you bring it up there?
Don't look for a sec. Got it. Okay. So, don't look at all.
I'm not looking.
Okay, I'll tell you when you can look. On tonight's Can Chris Get It? Going off of the theme of like LGBT pride and stuff like that, I was thinking about like what are some gay themed shows that I can get Chris to get it. I want Chris to try to identify any character out of the grouping that you'll see on the next page. I doubt you'll know any of their real names, but if you just remember any of their character names, even if you remember one of them, that would impress me. And it's a very, very LGBT heavy show. All right. And that show is this. So we're going to move it over to, at this point, I don't think Chris can see anything because it's really tiny. I'm going to move it over to our big screen.
It looks like the Addams Family on this screen.
It is not the Addams Family.
Is that LGBT?
I mean, no, but like.
Oh, I know. I can get some of these.
Okay. So here is the show.
Wait, can I get the show first?
What's the show?
It's Glee.
All right. Congratulations.
When was the song of this Journey or something, like the main song?
No, but like that's one of them.
I feel like when it was becoming popular and they were talking about it, that's all that played in the ads was a song by Journey. And
Don't Stop Believing is like a song that they remade. Stop distracting. Start naming names.
does this show trigger you, Elias? Because a lot of people on this, I think, were from like the Autumn Awakening, that show.
What are you saying?
The show where you left the stage.
Spring Awakening, Aaliyah. I just said the name. That was your tactic.
It's Rachel.
Okay, Leah Michelle, who plays Rachel, was in Spring Awakening when we went to see it, I think. But I had a traumatic event from it. This show does not trigger me because I think that this show has done an incredible job of opening up people's awareness for LGBT culture and musical theater, two things of which I'm very strongly affiliated with. So at the end of the day, this show, even though a lot of really terrible people have come from the show, I think the show has done a remarkable job for like overall acceptance. That's my spiel. Name another person.
The guy in the back, the tall one, is like Fee.
Very close.
I mean, I think that's fine.
You're missing a letter.
And then like on the right is like Foe.
Fee and Foe.
And the Mohawk guy is
Incorrect and incorrect.
I think both of them passed away, right?
Yeah, for terrible
Like,
reasons.
Yeah, and I mean, like heavy reasons that are too heavy for us to unpack on this stream right now.
Yeah, but it's bad.
But it's
like, the
bad,
top
and it's.
one
I
is
feel like
bad.
this show is cursed. It's like
Totally.
it's called Glee, but it really should be just called Unhappy.
Yes, but at the end of the day, their reasons for like dying are not.
No,
good
they're
reasons.
not good.
Yeah, not that I guess any.
So
reason
we've
for that
got
is good.
Fee and Foe,
Incorrect. Keep going.
and then the girl in the pink dress. I'm like torn by that because she started with a stutter and she was bad at acting it, and then she lost the stutter or something, and there was a narrative to that, but it wasn't really like creative in its telling of it. And I feel like people with a stutter, like, that's a legitimate struggle.
Do you know the name or not?
No, I have no idea.
Okay,
what
move
the name
along.
is. Okay. Is Mercedes in the black dress?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. I mean,
Good
that
job.
is a good job. And then like Mr. Wilson is all the way on the left.
Incorrect.
I think he has a good body though.
Yeah, he's very attractive, good body, but incorrect.
What is it then? Mr. Wilson.
Incorrect.
Mr. Rogers?
Incorrect.
No idea. And everybody else is literally the same.
Mr. Shu. Mr. S, which is who I am, and he's a music teacher and I'm a music teacher. Excuse me.
Oh. Oh, and in the middle is David Archuleta with the bow tie, who is now officially LGBT. I mean, God, like we didn't know.
Funny story, and I don't know if this is funny or not, but Alana, I think earlier it was Alana in the Discord, messaged the group and said, "Oh, look at this link about David Archuleta from American Idol, who's now come out, and the problem he's having with why he's waited so long is because of the religious nature of whatever Christianity or whatever he is that like doesn't support him, right?"
I think he was from Utah, right? Is he? Maybe he's
Oh,
Mormon.
yes, he's Mormon. That's what it is. You're right. Good job. And so all of this to say that me and Chris watched that season of American Idol a long time ago. We are talking about like 2007, 2008. We knew back then, the moment we saw him, that this kid is gay. And now, I'm not saying that anyone is right
Stereotypically
or wrong.
gay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that I just had a feeling that this person is suffering from the fact that they are on a show that's super mainstream on Fox. They're likely being told don't come out, and therefore they are straight. And they talked about like the girls that he thought was cute. It's really uncomfortable. We are now in 2021, and he's only now coming out. This is the problem with us and what we are doing as a culture.
Yeah, like,
it's bad.
And how many years and stories and experiences did he lose
because of
in that time because of that? That's the more important story
You know?
here. Not that we thought he was gay and that now he is officially gay. He was always gay.
Always, yeah.
And he just didn't get to that point where...
Jody said, did Elias, did you catch Valentina in the Heights? No. Where?
Yeah, you did.
Valentina was in the Heights?
Yeah, she was in the hairdresser or in the salon.
Oh, yes, I said that.
Yeah.
That was amazing. That was totally her. That was fun.
Okay.
we're done with Can Chris Get It?
Yeah, we
You
got
totally
it.
got it.
I got
completely
all
and
of it.
utterly. So we're going to move on to cameras only.
Pick the winner of the any hole is the goal.
Okay, so the winner of Any Hole is the Goal patch with 2 holes in it that are both gold is Christy-ish won. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Christy.
You are the winner of this limited edition patch, Christy-ish.
With the metallic thread that I just got today.
And there are 2 holes in it, and that is going to Christy, and it's the whole
The metallic
patch.
thread feels different than the other thread.
Does it really?
Yeah, it's like legit. I feel like it might actually be gold. Don't melt it, but
Like
it might
actual
be gold.
24 karat gold?
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, Heidi, I agree with you. That is the problem with the country. It does feel different.
Yeah, right? I think it's
I
gold.
can use this for an exfoliant.
Yeah. Look, don't melt it down.
Wow.
Don't sell it, but it is no promises, but there's a chance that it could be actual gold.
It feels like metal, like straight up. Oh, that's a good image of it.
Yeah, look at this with the holes too.
All right. So we are going to see you all on Tuesday.
Yeah, we need 2 days of rest.
Yeah, I mean, it's been like
Listen,
bonkers.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward tomorrow to playing the new Ratchet and Clank game, which I'm super pumped by. It's super fun. I'm looking forward to watching Drag Race, Down Under and Spain. And I'm looking forward to watching Raya and the Last Dragon or whatever that is.
Oh yeah, we have to watch that.
That's supposed to be really, really, really good. And what? Oh yeah. And also just generally speaking, like sleeping in, I guess. I mean, I'm looking forward to that. So
I am absolutely looking forward to that.
it's like Rapunzel spun that.
Do you know what I feel like right now? Eloise's stink face, and I feel like I am the cheddar face plant in the side of Eloise's stink face on the muskrat cam right now.
The muskrats have really delivered tonight. Let's be honest. As much as we delivered yesterday, they have delivered.
They've delivered tonight. So thank you. Shout out to the muskrats.
Yeah. So thank you everyone for being here and tuning into another episode of Airstreamers. Congrats to all the winners, and we will see you all in a couple of days on Tuesday. So good evening, and thank you everyone once more.
Thanks everyone. Have a good night.
Bye. See ya.